Good evening, everyone. Welcome to week two, in fact, week three, and another day of Be Agile Scrum. And we are starting with Agile Scrum. We have completed 2 weeks of Agile already, and we have covered so many items, so many topics. What we are going to do is that we are entering in week three. And before we begin, we know that for what reason we have started. The only one reason is to what? So why we are here? What is the one reason we are here, everyone?
to get placed
To
with
get
the
placed, exactly. So great, just to get placed, and to get placed, we need to focus on one thing, that those disciplinary actions which will really get us going to get placed. And those disciplinary action we have been talking in terms of these things. I'm going to share on my screen what are these things. These are nothing but we also call it as code of
code
our
of honor.
honors. Exactly, you're right. So what are those? We need to look at them because we don't need to forget them, not only for you, but also for us. The very first one is showing up live. And here we need to practice to be on time, punctual, and remain highly committed. Why we need to do that? Because as you know, Agile Scrum is the ground, and BA is the pillar. BA is the support system. Business analyst is the support system in IT. Having said so, when you will practice these things, you will be able to demonstrate these things in all the Scrum ceremonies. Okay, and there it is going to work for you. And it is also said that how you do anything is how you do everything. Excuse me. Yeah. So this was the first code of honor. The second one is the being full stack student. You start your journey with Guru Schools to get placed, and you choose a track that is Be Agile Scrum. And in this, you need to get trained as a very first pillar. And when you choose to get trained, you start acting as a student. And here in this track, you don't have to just be a student, a full stack student who comes with few responsibilities, who need to do all the assignments. What you choose to do self research and repeat what you have learned. So these things we need to follow to be the full stack student. And the third one is that taking the responsibility of success. Of course, when you will continue to do these item, every single thing wherever we ask you to follow, because you will do those things as a part of system. And you know what, why you need to follow system? Because it's system that works but people fail. So that you need to remember, and then only you can attract success. If you are not doing so and ended up attracting failure, you need to take the responsibility of that event. The moment you will take the responsibility, then only there are chances you can correct it, and then you will find this failure just does not remain a failure but become the trail for that success. And the fourth one says that to do so you must have a very concrete and tough mindset. When it comes to learning, you must have a learning mindset, and to continue this learning, you must follow a positive mindset, which I just now called a bulletproof tough positive mindset. And to do so, you need to just focus on what is going in your favor, taking the full responsibility and no complaint. So when you will mark yourself and continue to finish what you start, then that is the time when you will find that there are chances you are seeing yourself in a complaint free mode. And the more complaint free you will go, you will simply ended up you will see simply end up feeling gratitude about it. So with a low learning mindset, you will develop these four traits of the mindset. The fifth one is to do so, you need to start your day with the increased receptivity. And for that, I have given you one wonderful audio. And in case you don't have that audio, you can simply ask me at the end of the session. You just need to, message me and I'll give it to you. This is the strangest secret. Why you need to do that? Because it comes with 30 days challenge. You will have the idea with what attitude and with what intent you should start your service in corporate, okay, and how it is going to help you to bring more and more money. If it is intent, then you should know that how to serve in corporate. So you can do so, and when you have started this journey, you need to follow the golden quadrant of learning, where the very first thing says that declare with anchor, and then learn, and then draw, and then summarize. All right. So are you all ready for declaration, everyone?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So
Yes.
at the count of three, what we are going to do is that we are going to do a self clap, self Wi-Fi. Just yeah. So self clap, self high five, that is the anchor, and then repeat uh, after me what is selected over here. So at the count of three, let's do it. One, two, three, and clap and repeat. I am a quick learner.
I'm
I
a
am a
quick
quick
learner.
learner.
What others can learn and master,
What
What
others
others
What
can
can
others
learn
learn
and
and
learn and
master,
master,
master.
I too can do that.
I
I
too
too
can
You
can
can
do
do
to
that.
do
that.
that.
And once more, a self clap. One, two, three, and clap. Because I'm an awesome learner,
Because I am an awesome learner.
Learner,
today's learning is going to be
Today learning is going to be
today's learning is to be
super
super
duper,
duper easy to me. Super
Super
duper
super
duper
easy
duper
to
super
me.
easy
easy
to
to
me.
me.
Yes, of course it is going to be, because just now you said so. And remember that while continuing this all, following Stranger Secret and everything, you need to be a giver. Giver will make your ego, keep your ego away and make you more, develop a learning mindset. And you will feel more spiritually grounded while doing so. And while these all are happening, you are feeling good about yourself and your self-esteem is going high. Remember to have an intent of doing charity, because all these drama you're doing just to start earning. And in case you have already started earning, don't forget to continue to do the charity. That is the 5 or 10% of your earning. Why you need to do so? Because we just don't want you to earn the bread and butter. We don't want you to just make some cut off money. You need to grow your money, and to grow you need to give more. The more you give, the more you grow. And that's the reason we generally appeal, means I personally appeal to every single person who is into earning. Start doing the 5% or 10% of your earning in a charity, and you will find that your money is growing multifold. So just don't, this is the nature's law. What you gives comes back. What you gives let you grow, and when you receive, you may survive. I'm sure everyone here is for growth, not just mere for survival. And when you have understood it, start doing it. If you are already earning, and don't just do it mere for earning, but also to inspire others to contribute back to the society. You can choose to contribute in any impersonal act that is helping to the society, in the society growth. And appreciate what you are doing and what others are doing for you. And even it does not happen to you, because what you appreciate appreciates you back. That's the another universal law associated with this item. This makes your mindset a completely focused in this agile scrum BA training, and you will end up end up finding yourself as a working staff member in corporate, as a scrum master or business analyst. And how we are going to learn? So every Sunday we are going to meet at 9:30 p.m. And then Monday there is unsaid assignment, that is to summarize what you have learned. And how you need to summarize that? You are going to show the piece of paper, whatever the summary you have described over there on a piece of paper. And after showing us that these are what we are going to summarize. You don't have to continue to show the piece of paper. Keep that piece of paper aside and then start appearing in front of the small summary video and explain whatever you have just indicated in the piece of paper. And the same thing you will do in the Tuesdays after showing up as in a live class, and then follow the same thing as an assignment next day on Wednesday. But on Tuesday, don't forget to attend RRP session in parallel. Those are very important for you. And on Thursdays as well, then you end up meeting us on next Sunday. But before that, Friday and Saturday, what do you need to do? Friday, do your research work, which I keep on asking you to do as a second code of honor. Repeat whatever you have learned. Do any remaining assignment is there. Prepare your question so that we can meet and have the answer. And Saturday you can simply relax. This is how your entire week is planned. If it is clear, that's good. If you don't, if you have any question, you can unmute yourself and you can ask me any question. Any question, everyone? We are good?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes.
So let's continue from where we had left. And we were talking about Scrum ceremonies. We had completed sprint planning ceremonies, right? Everyone remember this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Who recently watched the video? Anyone who recently watched the video of last session? Hello?
No, I haven't seen.
Okay, Ishan, you recently watched the video, right? Ishan, Ankit.
Hello.
Yeah, Ishan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you complete the last week to day 2?
Yeah. Day 2, I completed only one is pending. 2
Okay.
videos I have completed.
Okay, you completed 2 videos. What about you, Ankit?
Yeah. The 2 videos for week 2, day 2. Yeah.
All right. All right. So did you find we had left over here in Scrum ceremonies?
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
It
good.
was around this
Awesome.
point.
So thank you so much for sharing, Ankit and Ishan. We'll continue now. And just give me a second, guys, before I begin. Yeah. So to start these all, thank you so much for listening to the Code of Honor and agreeing to follow it. Let's start with Scrum ceremonies, a few more. So Prerna, may I invite you to take this topic?
Thank you so much, Gaurav.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
your screen is still getting shared. Okay, it's not yet shared. So a warm welcome to everyone, and I would sincerely again request, do watch the earlier videos so you will have a better continuity. I suppose Ishan had asked for the videos. Ishan will share the videos with you, the earlier
Yeah.
sessions. Yeah. So
Then
you
Gaurav has
can.
already shared.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Yeah. Great, thanks. I can't see your screen yet, Gaurav. Is it visible to you?
I'm going to
No.
reshare. I'm going to reshare. Just wait.
Okay, fine. So a quick question to all of you, whoever have gone through or whoever has gone through the videos, any doubts you had in the earlier slides or earlier topics? Because it will be really good that if we clear that first and then we can go ahead. If no, then that's also fine. We can connect later, but I just wanted to check with you all of
Prerna, I believe that you can see it now.
you.
No?
Not properly, I must say, as in, can you just reshare it again? Because when I'm trying to expand it, it's just expanding, it's not getting small. Yeah, it's fine now. It's fine now. Yeah. But I think still the tips and tricks are not properly visible, Gaurav. Is it? Yeah, it's fine. Thank you. So, can everybody see the screen? Yeah, please answer.
Yes.
Unmute yourself and answer. Yeah,
Yes.
thank you, Radhika Roli.
Yes.
Yes.
All? Yeah, great. Pratap, you too. Pratap, Poonam, Radhika.
We are able to see them.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are able to see.
Great, great. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I just wanted to ensure that everybody is awake and is there. Okay. So this is also a very important topic where we talk about the ceremonies. See, it's such a beautiful word they have given in this topic. It's called as ceremonies. That means they tend to look at all the events from that angle, that they kind of celebrate them or ensure that they happen properly. So, 1 second. So what all ceremonies we have? So we have, first of all, it's a very important, typical, and kind of, I would say, overly used terminology, but it is an actual agile terminology, that is daily scrum or daily stand-up. So daily means definitely you do it every day, and a scrum or stand-up means these are called stand-up meetings. That simply means you have to stand up during these meetings. You don't go in a boardroom and sit, uh, quietly and have a long meeting and everything is going on and on. No, here it simply means you gather anywhere. In my experience in my earlier organization, we used to actually gather at your own desk, or because as we discussed, generally the scrum teams sits or is located at a similar or same location, so everybody is sitting together in, per se, in one area or one bigger cubicle. Everybody has their own desktops or laptops, so we used to actually stand up at our own desk or at our own place, and then a scrum master or maybe sometimes project or product owner used to come, and we used to have these stand up meetings. But otherwise, if you need to have some privacy, or if you have a practice, you can actually go in a boardroom, in a conference room, and you can stand there. So I see why I'm giving this emphasis on this standing part, because it is a stand up meeting. And if anybody asks you what's so special about a stand up meeting, the first thing that has to be in the answer is that you stand during this meeting. And when you're standing for a particular meeting, that invariably means that it will be a shorter meeting, because you won't be able to stand for a very long time, and it is not even the purpose of this meeting. So stand up meeting means you're standing up during this meeting. That's the highlight. So what is the purpose of this meeting? The purpose of this meeting is, can anybody read this for me, please? Anyone? I just want different people to read this. The purpose, please.
Provide the Scrum team an opportunity to discuss progress, announce daily commitments, and identify impediments which should be cleared by the Scrum Master.
Perfect. So for this point, I'll give you three pointers which you have to remember. In the Scrum meeting, all the team members, all the development team members are expected to answer three questions, or they should answer in such a manner that these three questions should get answered. The first is what we did yesterday, or what did we do in the earlier 8 hours? What are we working on now? Okay. And is there any impediments, any roadblocks, any issues that are being faced? So always remember, the focus is on what have you, what have you completed, what are you working upon, and then if there are, see, many a times what happens, for example, if somebody is from a front end development team and they are facing some issue, and that issue might be because of some development teams background work or something or the other, because you're working on the same piece of software or same applications, there can be interdependencies, right? Try to understand from a holistic point of view. So for that matter, we have this meeting. So per se, if say someone says, okay, I'm facing this issue and I need to resolve this, and the other team member means the person from maybe some other work area, maybe somebody's working on services and somebody's working on front end, then they can say, oh yes, I'm kind of resolving this issue. Once I resolve the service issue, your data will be perfectly fine on your front end, or you can able to see the data, or your functionality will work properly. So this is a very typical scenario in IT. And even as a BA, you can be there and you can discuss, okay, I prepared BRD yesterday, or I prepared some other documentation, I'm planning to work further on that. And then if there are any impediments, like, okay, I need some clarity on this. So can a Scrum Master sit with me? Or even at times you want to get back to the customer also for this particular, topics. And so you can always do that. But then this is the forum to discuss that. Everybody's clear on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can someone read the attendees part, please?
Scrum Master and production team, product owner and outside stakeholders are optional.
Yes. So see here, I mentioned that Scrum Master and the entire production team means this is development team. Everybody involved in our project, and that it states that product owner and outside stakeholders, right? So outside stakeholders means at times there can be some vendors, or outside stakeholders can also include senior management, or at times even customers. So honestly, they are not integral part of this meeting, because this daily meeting is set up with an objective of having to focus on the actual work in hand. You get my point? So that hello. So the objective here is that whatever we are working on day-to-day basis, that has to be discussed. And in case if there is any issue, that would be taken care of, or that could be discussed here, and we ensure that you get enough of response for that. Is it okay? Everybody's fine with it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
No?
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
Yes.
Can
Yes.
4 people one by one read these tips and tricks, please? See, I want everyone to participate. So people who have read earlier, they can take a back seat, and others can wait. And please do not make us take names. So take initiative and read out these 4 points by 4 different people, please. Yeah. Tips and tricks.
Be
Yeah.
sure
the team
can
who's going?
sure that see each other. If you are remote, use a video conferencing tool.
Okay. Be
Don't
sure
let-
the team can see each other. Okay. So as I mentioned, it is, I would say, recommended that the team is located in one location, but in a post-COVID or post-pandemic situation, it's not the case. And also many a times agile team is geographically divided, they can be in some other time zone or some other countries. So in that case, yes, you have to set up some Zoom calls or Skype meetings, or video conferencing, in short. Okay, thank you. Next point.
Don't let this meeting turn into verbal status report.
Okay. See, this is a very good point. What they are stating, what they are saying is, ensure that this meeting is crisp and short. Okay. Verbal status report. Does everybody know what is a status report? Yes, no, please tell me so I can explain accordingly.
No, I don't know actually.
Your status on a project.
Status on the
Yes.
report.
Yeah. So, if some of you have kids, or if you have your niece and nephews, and you see their report cards after the semester exam or after any particular test, yes, what is it?
Yes,
It
yeah.
basically
It's a
says,
report. Status report.
The status
Yes.
report of first terminal.
Yes. So they basically state subject-wise marks, and how they're doing, their behavior and stuff like that. Now this is a very layman example. On similar sites, what a status report does is, it's basically what are you working on, what have you completed in detail. See, when we say status report, only status giving is fine. You can say, okay, working on it's, but when you say status report, that means it will be very detailed. It will be definitely with lot of explanation, and in short, it will be very time consuming. So here, that's why it is mentioned, don't turn this meeting into a verbal status report. That means we really have a very short time. Everybody is standing. So we have to focus on only 3 things. What did you work on? What are you working on? And in case you have any doubts or any impediments, any roadblocks, any issues while working on it, please ask. Okay? Because once you clear that, then next task would also be clear. Okay, once I finish this, I'll be going ahead with that task and stuff like that. So it's a very crisp and short. I generally call it hit on the head. You just and ensure you discuss that point that is giving you trouble, or it's a roadblock for you, and then you can go ahead. Okay,
Yes,
everybody's
thank you.
clear with
Mhm.
this?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
fair
you.
enough.
Third point, please.
Encourage
Encourage
team
team
members
members to get together after the daily scrum to discuss any item that require additional conversation.
Yes. So what happens many a times? What are they saying that uh, as this is a stand-up meeting and it is supposed to be quick and fast, time-wise, if you still have, if a particular team member or a particular, maybe a person or a couple of group of people, maybe development team or maybe say database team is facing some problem, they want to connect with the architect, senior architect. So what they are saying, they're encouraging you that if you need any additional details or additional requirements or additional guidance, you can always connect after the meeting or post the meeting. You got it? What are they trying to say? So you can like
Yes.
discuss any. So basically, what are they saying? They are giving you some guidelines of how to conduct this meeting, so it will be effective. The Scrum Master, and by the way, these meetings are generally conducted at the start of the day, as in when you start your work. If you start at 8 a.m., the meeting would be at around 8:50. So it's like every morning or afternoon, whichever your work zone is, whenever you come to office, you talk it out, and this. So what it does is the Scrum Master, who is very closely related to the team, he knows what everybody is working on. He knows what is the current work wise status, or work wise how things are going. And in case if anybody has any issues, he is very well prepared, or he is aware of the things, and he can guide them accordingly. So this is what. And the last point, which is very important, is do not let this meeting go longer than 15 minutes. See, try to understand. You all, I mean, in future also, you all will be standing for this meeting. As this is a stand-up meeting, right? So we have to ensure that this meeting doesn't go beyond the 15 minutes time, time duration. So everybody is okay with it. It's a new concept, but trust me, it's a very interesting concept. Scrum meetings are like the go-to, maybe the function. I would say ceremony. Every Scrum team, and nowadays, everybody follows them because they're very quick and they're very effective. So, any doubts on this? This is open for everyone. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, it's clear.
No, it's
No.
clear.
Clear? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah. Can someone read the second ceremony, please?
Sprint review. So the
Purpose?
purpose is showcase the work completed over the course of the sprint, gather
Mhm.
feedback from the stakeholders to inspect and adapt the product.
Yeah, thank you so much for reading it out. See now,
Yeah.
we have to kind of focus on the words used very wisely. Okay, so it's like sprint review. If someone even tells you these two words, you would be able to understand. Then there would be a review of the earlier sprint, right? This is what it means when I say sprint review. So So what it states is that you have to showcase the work completed. See again the choice of word. That's what I like about our slides, is because the kind of words we have chosen or the kind of notes we have is very effective. You can simply use these words during your interview or during your presentation in future, and you're good to go. You don't have to like go further on Google and kind of search for anything else. Here the word says showcasing the work completed over the course of the sprint, and gather feedback from stakeholders, and they have to inspect and adapt to the product. So what it says is stakeholders means the entire Scrum team, the certain managers, as in the managers, senior management, who are very close to the project, who has interest in the project, they are checking the status and checking the how the speed of the project is going, what are the timelines. They are very keen. They are kind of in your project, the stakeholders and the customers and other developers. So in short, everybody who is directly or indirectly attached or connected to the projects are kind of invited, are expected to attend the sprint review meetings. And then why we have this meeting is because a development team or as a scrum team, we showcase them, we present them that, okay, this is what we have developed. Now, for example, if I have worked on any particular, per se, any shopping site, Amazon, or anything like a Facebook or any, if there are multiple application types, I tend to give the popular ones because where they are very easy to relate to. So, okay, so they say, okay, in Amazon type website, we have worked on the children's section, toys and clothes and other things and accessories. So you can showcase, okay, this is a functionality. You can search for the kids' toys. You can search for the kids' clothing, and you can add them to your cart and you can make payments. So this is a complete process we have completed. So things like that you showcase. Okay, so in short, whatever work you complete during the sprint, that has been presented to these people. So always try to remember who are the attendees. See, in daily Scrum internal meetings, we did not have customers or other stakeholders, but here we are having senior manager, certain managers who are involved in a project, or other developers, if there are any maybe from vendors or other team members. So they are all part of it. So is it okay? Everybody understood what I'm trying to say here?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Just try to grasp this concept as of now. If you have any doubts, definitely please go ahead and ask. But as of now, as concept, just try to grasp and think over them. And even in that you have any doubts, you are not able to connect the dots, then definitely ask. Yeah, tips and tricks, please. Three people come forward and read tips and tricks. Yes.
Ensure that any outside stakeholders know when they need to be when. Get the room prepped.
Yeah. Ensure that any outside stakeholders know where they need to be when. Get the room prepped. Okay. So in short, it's saying that if you have so many people, outside stakeholders and customers and maybe senior management, then as a team we need to get the room prep. Now I'm not sure you're aware, but in many organization, getting a conference room for meetings is a big challenge, trust me, because generally conference rooms are limited. Yes. And when you have such kind of reviews or showcasing or any kind of presentations, you have to book the room, and again the room has the capacity, maybe 15 people, 10 people, 5 people, 20 people. So it's basically saying that as per the invited audience, you have to book the room and ensure that everybody is incorporated. Okay, well, ensure that and then everybody's aware of where you're gonna held the meeting. That's the thing. So it's not, so basically, when we send an invite, everybody has all of you worked on Microsoft Outlook? Yes, no? Please give me an
Yes.
answer. I need to know the majority. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who hasn't worked on Outlook? Just
Mm, no, I have not worked.
okay.
also. I didn't.
Who else?
No.
Me either. Yeah.
No.
Okay, so some of you neither. Okay, great. Not an issue. So basically, Outlook, is used for the mails, like how we have in Gmail, Yahoo, and Hotmail. So along with that, they also have their calendar system. So where you send the invites, like how we send the RSVPs for the any party or any events, like it's at this date, at this time, and this location, right?
Oh,
Simple.
yeah.
Like,
Any party
Evite.
In
location.
Evite, yeah.
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 Yeah, perfect. So same way in Outlook, you send an invite for a meeting. Okay, this date, per se, maybe 3rd October at 4 p.m. at this conference room. Right now, as in my current organization, as we have our teams geographically divided, into all these sectors, maybe from Europe and from US and everywhere. So we send it over Zoom. So
Yes.
we all meet on a virtual, virtual background. Everybody is connected on a meeting, not at a place. But in a particular situation, if all the team members are located in same company and same area, then you kind of book a conference room. So everybody is like, okay, you have to come to maybe this conference room number 120 or 12, whatever it is. So got the basic idea what I was trying to say? Yes.
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 Perfect. Yeah. Second point, please.
The production team
production.
should not feel like they are defending their work. Prep to ensure they are able to shine.
Oh, okay, okay. So it's basically what they're trying to say is that these kind of meetings doesn't mean that somebody is bombarding on you and you have to be very defensive and you have to kind of be on a fight mode. See what happens, why this word is many a times during the presentation, there are certain questions that are asked that you may feel that they shouldn't be asked, and how can a person raise questions on maybe the technology we use or maybe the functionality used. See, it happens when you have 10 different minds at together, they can have multiple reactions and multiple questions can be asked. So in such a case, what they are saying is prep to ensure they are able to shine. So that simply means you as a development team or production team, see, this is a synonyms, okay, don't get confused. So what you have to do is you have to kind of showcase or highlight, okay, we have completed this, we have worked on this and that. So if there are any questions which are relevant, then they are really very much expected to answer them. But in other scenarios, if somebody is just being a nosy person and asking questions, so don't get irritated, don't take it too far. Ensure what is your focus is to highlight your work, your focus is to kind of showcase that what have you have achieved. So in short, that time in review, the sprint team, the development team will be able to shine that, okay, we have completed this much. So you get your point, that they're coming from that background, that you don't have to get carried away by somebody's um, maybe over questioning or just being too bossy at times, but you have to ensure that you are highlighting your work properly. Okay, is it
Yeah,
okay?
okay.
Don't get
Yes.
confused in the big words. That simply means you have to focus on your work and ensure you showcase it properly, and instead of feeling defensive or depend on like that. So that's it. Yeah, last word please, last point.
Capture actionable
Okay.
okay, go on.
Yeah,
Capture
go ahead.
actionable feedback as items in the backlog.
Yes, now that's a very important and good point. What it says is you have to capture see what they're saying, actionable feedback. Again, try to understand why this word. Any feedback is fine, you just take it as a feedback, but actionable feedback means if you showcase to the customer and the customer wants something, okay, we need to have this, for example, in kids section they're saying, okay, this is fine, but we want to have maybe educational toy section also, you haven't added that yet, then this is a functionality that the customer is asking for, then you jot it down and you ensure that it is a part of the backlog. We haven't touched base upon backlog, we will go there. It is a very in detailed topic again in subsequent sessions. So in short, it's a list of activities or list of work items that has to be worked on. So if a customer gives you actionable feedback, means you have to work on that response, then you add that point. So how we are given the result at times, and the teacher would say, while in a project review in school colleges, how the teacher used to tell us, okay, you have to work on this more and you have to add this, or maybe anything. Just remember your childhood days, or if you have kids, remember their projects, how the teachers would remark and ensure that you work on them again. So or add some additional functionality. So that is what same grounds, whatever the customer or important stakeholders are asking, and they want it to be incorporated, please jot it down and add in your backlog item, so it is there and you work them as a work item, as a new activity, as a new functionality, added functionality. I will not say new, you work on that. Okay, so everybody is fine with sprint review? Yes, no? Are you able to
Yes.
understand?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Great. Gaurav, you want to add something here? Thank you so much. Yeah.
No, we can move to next. Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yes, here we are.
Yes. Now, last but not the least, what is the name of the ceremony? It's, by the way, I really appreciate for the choice, choose of words. It's like choice of words. Sorry, ceremonies. It itself gives you such a good feeling to remember them. So, and there are hardly majorly three only. So, last is sprint retrospective. And what is the purpose of this? Please read out.
Allow the
Allow
team
the
to inspect itself and plan to improvements in the next sprint.
1 second. Yeah, it stays is allow the team to inspect itself and plan for improvement in the next sprint. And who are the attendees in this meeting?
Scrum Master
Master
and
and
the production team and production owner and option. Yes,
Product
production is
owner.
an option. Product owner is option.
Okay. So see, the earlier sprint review, we had customers and managers associated or anybody involved, and that was a review. And what do can anyone tell me what is the word means? Introspect. What does it mean? Are you aware of this word's meaning?
Yes.
Yes. Retrospective is to inspect the previous, like to inspect the previous happenings.
And
Okay.
introspection means when you will do your self introspection, you will think about what you have done.
Very
What
well
went
said.
well
All of
and what
it.
did not
Super.
go well, kind of thing.
Perfect. Perfect. So you know, right? So in short, this is what we do with our sprint, with our last submitted work. So here, the major focus is not on showcasing. The major focus is on self-learning and what are the learnings we have achieved, and what are the lessons we have learned, where what are the areas that we have to improve upon, or what are the things, so basically it's like an introspect part wherein everybody comes together, and a scrum master, your scrum team, and then see, they've mentioned product owner is optional because as a scrum master they work very close, he or she works very closely with the team, so product owner is not required for this kind of meeting because it's very internal meeting. So yes, as a team, you kind of introspect or retrospect about your work, about your achievement, about the issues that being faced, about the areas that you have to work upon more or improve upon. So as a team, you kind of ponder upon all the things that you have done good, which you or where you need some more improvement, and what that's it. Like how well you did, how still better you could have done, so things like that. So I think everybody understands the meaning of the word retrospective or introspect. So yeah, I'm good on that. About please read out the tips and tricks.
Don't allow people to point fingers and play the blame game. Create a safe space for people to provide their honest feedback.
Yes, so don't allow people to point fingers and so this is actually right. What they're saying is don't play the blame game. So it's like, oh, because of that team I couldn't achieve, or because of that person, he did not deliver on time, so I couldn't do my work. So see, this kind of thing at times happen, especially when the team is young and newcomers are there, or you're not able to handle. So they are particularly saying do not focus on that. Ensure that, and don't blame others people, and don't even allow others. So basically, do not fight or do not waste your time. Why are we here? We are here to so what are they saying? Use games and different questions to mix things up and reduce monotony. So instead of just having a boring or slow meeting where nobody is interested, you can have ask some questions, play games, any games, like, I don't know, maybe like truth or dare or something like that, where you can ask people direct questions and they are expected to answer, just make it more interesting that people feel involved and interactive, so there can be better results. And please do not end up fighting. That's what the main point is. I'll just read out the last point also. Make sure any actionable suggestions is captured, assigned, and tracked. Okay, now this is a very important point. You see, even earlier sprint review also it had mentioned that actionable feedback to be added in the backlog. So here what they are saying, in case you really find any item worth to be worked upon, like for someone in saying, okay, we entire team needs to have some training in the one of the technology that will help us, or the team has to database team has to complete some certifications to get more knowledge, anything, I'm just giving some technical example because I come from that background. So anything like that which is required, which will help the team for the next sprint, that has to be done. Okay, so and then that can be incorporated. So any doubts in this? I think this was quite easy to understand. And right now you just go with the flow. You have to just remember what is to be done in this meeting. So any doubts, please ask.
Reena, like this daily stand-up is for every day and the sprint is for every 2 weeks. And what about the sprint retrospective? Like, is it every, like how many days does it take in
So
between?
basically, sprint retrospective is also after a sprint, but the only difference is it is within the team with Scrum Master, and sprint review is with all the other stakeholders. So these are two different ceremonies post sprint. Okay, so it's like, how you have your what I would say, before your final performance, you have your trial within your group. If you're working on a play or any dance routine, so you have your final, what do you call that? There's a word for that. The final, I would say, trial within your team, yeah, and then sorry, with your group, and then you actually go for the live performance, right? Rehearsal. Okay, final.
Yeah.
Yeah. So instead of final rehearsal, it is basically you are having this meeting with your people. So yeah, and it can be definitely after the sprint review, because you would be able to know what the customer and other stakeholders are also thinking, or they have what are the views they have. Good question, by the way. Thank you. Anybody else?
Thank you, Prerna.
Hey,
Yeah, I
Prerna, one
just want.
question.
Oh, yeah, please, Pratap, you go ahead. Then I'll ask after you. No
Yeah,
worries, please.
Like, usually we have, like, suppose we take like the sprint time is a 2 weeks. Is that sprint retrospective is going to be a 1 day that falls in the sprint 2 weeks time, or is going to be after that 2 weeks time?
Yeah, it will be after the 2 weeks time, because what it does is, after the sprint is completed, you have achieved your sprint goal, you have worked on your action items, then you can have this ceremony, right? So it's a post sprint ceremony. Is it okay, Pratap?
Yep.
Oh, great. Thank you for asking. Yeah. Who was asking the other question, please?
Yeah, Prerna, this is Priyanka. So I just wanted to clarify or confirm if I'm understanding it's correct, that sprint is finished and then we do sprint review and then is the release, and then after it is the sprint retrospective, right?
Yeah, more or less in the similar
yeah.
order. You can also
Okay.
have the sprint review release later also, depending. See, it's
Okay,
honestly, it's a
okay.
customer ask.
Mm-hmm.
So you can also have the ceremony on the same day, but you generally avoid that, because sprint review itself will be quite exhaustive.
Big
A couple
one,
of
yeah.
hours,
Okay.
you
Okay.
prepare for that, so you are definitely exhausted. So after that, yes.
Yeah.
See, a sprint release is basically, I think after the review only you do it, because
Yeah, I think review and then release.
Yeah, so it's basically you tell the customers we have worked upon this, achieved this, and in case there are any major questions or
Okay.
roadblocks, the customer is not agreeing to it, then only you
Yeah.
wait. Otherwise, I think the same day or similar 1 or 2 days. There is no hard and fast timeline, but yes,
timeline, yeah.
After the review, if you feel everything is going fine, customer is happy, everybody is comfortable. So basically, you know what review is, right? You just have to kind
Yeah.
of give them the path or give them the access of that website.
Oh
Because they're
yes,
still
yeah. That
working, or
we have done with this requirement or functionality, and this is
yes,
how
and then they can
it
check
is.
it
Yeah.
at their own office machine and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. So after that, we have this retrospective amongst ourselves, amongst the Scrum team,
Yes,
before
yes.
starting the new sprint.
Yeah.
Right?
You know, I'll give you one example. I'll give you an
Okay.
example. Very easy. Okay. Have we have this birthday parties or any functions at home? Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah, yeah.
what your mother or mostly the ladies or the chefs in the family do, they'll ensure that they cook everything and they kind of have a awesome spread for all the guests and all.
Yeah.
And then how there are some nosy or some maybe I will say crooked people, they'll say, oh, this is not tasty, this is good, this is not good, and
Okay.
they'll give you live
Okay.
feedback which is not even asked for. And then some people might really admire the decoration, the food, and the
Okay.
way you have handled the things, the games. And when they go, so as a family, see, we have done this because in our family earlier, we used to have a lot of birthday parties organized at home, so it was very fun.
I
So,
think, yeah, everybody can relate to this. Yeah.
yes. So once
Okay.
the guests are
Leave.
gone, and you're at home with your family, or with all the
Okay.
extended family who's worked on, then we can like, hey, we could have really done with that maybe
Okay. Got it.
dessert more, or we could have worked on this decoration in this way.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that
yeah.
auntie really liked this thing or that. So it's basically
So
that.
that is a
Yeah,
retrospective, that how
that
we
is a
did and what all we
retrospective.
can do next time. Okay, I understood. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
And if there are any actionables that you feel are worth working on, you kind of implement them on the go.
Yeah.
So you
Got it.
ensure
Yeah.
that in next sprint the mistakes are
We
not.
can take those improvements. Yeah. Okay.
So Prerna, we can
Yes.
say that this
Yeah.
sprint retrospective is a kind of lesson learned.
Yes, definitely. Lesson learned from your own understanding.
Okay. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
it will be in
In
our.
Hindi they say आपकी कहानी आपकी जुबानी.
जी,
So
जी.
Okay. This
yeah, so it's
example was
basic.
really good. The birthday one. Yeah. It's
Yes,
very,
yes.
yes.
Trust
Very,
me, we
okay.
used to have so many, and we still do. We
Yeah.
generally tend to give all the food and party and the typical examples that you can relate to.
Relate.
Birthday
Yes. Yeah.
parties. I don't think there is any single person who has not been to a birthday party or not given any birthday party, right? If you're not thrown a party, you must have attended one for free food or whatever, fun part. So these are the real life scenario, and trust me, tomorrow when you go into any organization, it's not that you're going to work with aliens, right? You're going to work with people. People need activities, people need feedback, people have to be motivated. So all the things that we do on personal note, how we see, even a wedding per se is also like a project, especially Indian weddings, right? You have to take care of so many things, so it is also like a project. So, caterers and design and the golds and ornaments and whatnot. So if you have to think, there are so many examples on day-to-day basis, even the way you cook a particular meal is also a project. And your husband's or your kids or your family's feedback is like, client, when you give them as a client
Yeah.
a review, and when you sit and you have that bite and
We
like,
think
oh,
on in
I
ourselves.
really,
Yeah. That seems
yeah, I
retrospective.
really
Got
had
it.
to add
Got
that
it.
spice a little, or so everything is linked. And honestly speaking, we actually live in a very scrum environment, as in you follow the scrum principles on your own, but you are just not aware of it. We believe in
Okay.
feedback. You work on yourself, you ensure that what can be done better. It can be for
Yeah.
any or every situation in life. So it's just that we are already working on it, we just don't know that, okay, it was scrum. So that's the
Okay.
simplicity of it, or the beauty of it. Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
everybody's
Thank
fine
you.
with this?
Yeah.
Any doubts? Yes, no, all good?
Yes, good.
Good.
Great, thank you. Yeah. So Gaurav, can we move to the next slide, please?
Yeah, so let's complete the fifth one. I'll complete that one. Fifth one is not mentioned,
Yeah.
everyone. Done, sprint or cancel. Okay, so done goes in the sprint done chart to release the product increment from product backlog list. So what exactly happened just before sprint retrospective happens, and just after sprint review, it is also checked that everything in the list is marked as done. Means if you remember the Kanban board, do you all remember Kanban board I was talking earlier?
Yes.
Yes, different
Okay.
colors. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So in Kanban board, things continue to move from left to right, from to do to doing to done, and yeah, in between, doing and done, there was testing. So what exactly happens while testing is even done and everything is coming in the done? So that done is the part of also one ceremony where Scrum Master in the conversation with business analyst make sure that every single item is marked as done. Then only they are together going to DevOps team or deployment team, asking them to move things from earlier version to next version, or from project to a workable software. Is it clear to everyone for this sprint? The
Yes.
ceremony? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
awesome.
Yes.
So if you look at it,
So,
okay,
Gaurav, sorry.
yeah,
It means after sprint review, whether the sprint is accepted or not accepted. It means done or cancel.
no.
Yeah.
So
This,
sprint is
this
always see what is going to happen. Cancel means item if we are going to cancel. Okay, it's
okay.
not about the sprint cancellation. Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
the item which is prepared after the sprint.
Yes, so there will be
Okay.
user stories last time I have talked about, if you all remember.
So
Yeah.
that will go back into the product backlog.
Yeah, so anything is cancelled, it,
Uh-huh.
it means we are not going to do that.
Do that.
Okay,
Okay.
so it is not the part of product backlog anymore.
Okay. Okay. If it's done, then we will
It's
take.
kind of change, right? Change, like product owner if they wants to change the
So
term.
done
if
is
they
clear
want
to you.
change.
Done is means what is completed, we are moving it to done.
Yeah,
Okay.
one feature is done. In this
Yeah.
sprint, one feature we complete and that is done. And in product backlog list, we will take it. It's done.
No, I think Gaurav, it means it's cancelled. It means it removed. It is removed from the backlog because
Yeah,
it's
so
cancelled.
yes. So this time we are not doing this. So this is
Okay.
cancelled. So it will come back when it is cancelled. It will have a status called deferred, either deferred, or it will come back to the product backlog. It will have the later some another tags like we are not doing, or it will be deleted different directly from the backlog, depending upon the conversation with the product manager, with stakeholders. Clear?
Got
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
So done is the fifth one. Not most of the time people talk about it. Okay, all
Okay.
right, cool. Everyone is clear. So what you understand in Scrum planning, what exactly happens. Now we are getting into the detail of what all the ceremonies you have discussed so far. So the very first one, let's talk about Scrum planning, which also we talk about sprint planning. Here what we do, we focus on three things: input, output, and process is the sprint planning process. So during what happens, you discuss that what will do, okay, how we will do, and output, we have the clear cut sprint goal and sprint backlog item after the prioritization, that these are the 3 items or 4 items we are going to deliver at the end. Clear what exactly happens, objective creation happens in the Scrum planning for these 15 days or 2 weeks or whatever the sprint duration it is. Okay, clear everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Gaurav, can you explain one more time, please?
Okay, so who remember last time we talked about sprint planning, pulling the product backlog item, pulling few
Which are at
tickets.
priority, yeah. The
Yeah.
requirements which are at priority
Yes,
from the
yes.
product
So
backlog.
we
Yeah.
decide the sprint. Okay, I'll be discussing about it in more detail. So for whom you have not understood, so what exactly happens from customer, we get the product backlog.
Yes.
What
Yes.
you are looking at it as a sticky notes. Okay.
Yes.
So these are the shape of sticky notes. So what we call it as a broken piece of requirement, okay, of a
Yeah,
large
yeah.
product. And so everything is broken down in pieces. So that is called as product backlog, and sometimes also called as PBI, product backlog items. And
Mhm.
we will pick some latest and high priority increment. It means from this stack we will
Yes.
pull 3, 4, 5, whatever is
Yes.
our capability. We will
Yes.
prioritize them. Okay, we
Yes.
will discuss, okay, customer
Yeah.
needs this and this
Yeah.
to start working. Okay, and then we give them some velocity and complex capacity. What is this? I'll be sharing a small video on this, which I had
Uh-huh.
made on velocity
Yeah.
and capacity, where we
Yeah. Yeah.
decide how do we decide the priority. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
this is all about velocity and capacity, considering that how much time we have and all. So when we are very much sure on what we are going to work, so that becomes our input part, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And now here, how we are going to work on it, we are very much clear. So we are clear, we have prioritized list, that is the input. And
Yes.
in that priority list, what we are going to deliver and how we are going to deliver, that happens quickly decided in the sprint planning meeting. And at the sprint goal, things move into immediate to-do list. Clear
Sprint
to
plan.
everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So just give me a second. I'll quickly come back. Just give me a second. Yeah, and I'm back. If you can you hear me all?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
So
Yes.
let's move to the next one. So let me share my screen again. I'm going to share my screen again. We will getting into the detail of sprint planning now. Okay. And this thing. Okay. What do you see on the screen now?
Definition.
The definition of sprint planning.
Definition of sprint planning, right? So sprint planning is an event in the Scrum framework, just now Prerna explained and you all know about it. Okay, so here the team determines the product backlog item, which I was explaining. So what exactly happened? So in sprint planning meeting, we decide that we are going to work during the sprint and discuss the initial plan for completing this product backlog item. You remember just now I quoted PBI, means product backlog
Yes.
item. So
Yes.
you need to remember this abbreviation
Yes.
can be part of your question answer in interview, that what is PBI in product backlog item. And guys, if you have joined this session with the intent to become just business analyst, if your focus is business analysis, let me tell you one very important thing, that I'm going to reiterate this, that your agile and scrum are the ground and business analysis is the foundation. Okay, so if you think that, hey, I need to just focus on the business analysis part, ultimately you will land up towards the understanding this agile and scrum framework in detail. So it is always good to focus on it and get the understanding of it. So I hope I have clarified you why it is important to learn it. So business analyst plays a crucial role in the entire sprint. That's the reason. So excuse me. So teams may find it helpful to establish a sprint goal and use that as the basis by which they determine which product backlog items they work on during the sprint. So it means the priority part just now I covered. So this is what exactly happened over here. So the purpose of sprint planning is to define what can be delivered in the sprint and how that will be achieved. Okay. So what to deliver and how to deliver. Okay. So that is the part of sprint planning. So let me reiterate. The purpose of sprint planning is to define what can be delivered in the sprint and how that can be delivered. So in sprint planning, there are two things very, very important. Those are what to deliver and how to deliver. So can you all repeat with me what are very two important things in sprint planning?
What to deliver
What to
and how to
Deliver and
deliver.
how to deliver.
Exactly. All of you are right. So this is what we do. So sprint planning is done in collaboration with the whole Scrum team. And the what is the product owner describes the objective of the sprint and what backlog items contribute to the goal. So we have a bigger goal. We have broken it down in the smaller objectives, and we define that which objective to be achieved first, and we continue to fulfill it. Now, when we are talking about sprint planning and we decide the smaller sprint, these come and sprint is the fixed duration and fixed length that we also call it as a time box. Here you see the sprint one, if it is going for 2 weeks or 1 week or 3 weeks, so that is what is going to be repeated in the same duration for sprint 2, 3, and 4. Let me repeat that. If sprint 1 we decided to be completed within 1 month or say 4 weeks, every sprint should be completed in 4, 4, 4, and 4 weeks. If we decided to deliver one thing at the initial sprint within a week, everything will follow 1, 1, 1 week. If we decided within a day, everything will follow 1 Monday. By the way, none of the project I have seen yet, which gets completed within 4 days, or which only comes for 4 days, or those have only 1 day of the sprint. So those are generally longer, so end up from 1 week. So I have seen the 1 month long projects. So that goes for 1 week sprint. So because the project itself was 1 month longer. Okay. So is it clear to everyone what is the meaning of time box? And fixed length is called as a sprint time duration?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Any question around this? So
So Gaurav, sorry, I wanted one clarification. You said that all the sprints are of equal lengths, equal time periods. So that means we decided initially only when all the requirement comes, we divide it into equal sprints, right? I mean, can't it be that the requirement is bigger, functionality is bigger, and then it needs more time? No, we have to finish it in equal time only.
Yeah. So understand this thing. During the every sprint, we meet and we prioritize the thing. Understood?
Yeah. Yes.
So
Yes.
in the product backlog items, what happens? We have the broken item. And in sprint planning, we found that, okay, this is a large piece of requirement.
Yeah, requirement. Yes.
Yeah. So we will break it down further. Okay.
Okay, got it. Okay.
So if we break it down further and we see that now we have, instead of 3 requirements, we have 4 requirements. So let's put the 4th requirement for the next sprint. Because
for the 4th sprint. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can only accommodate this time 3
so that they're equally timed. All of them are equally timed.
Exactly.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Thanks for asking. And yes, thank you. So who all is involved in the sprint? So of course the product owner has to be, because he identifies the all the items and their relative priorities, as well as propose a sprint goal, because sprint goal is very, very important. And Radhika had some question, I guess. Radhika, do you have any question? You can unmute yourself and ask.
Yeah, like if in the first, like it is being splitted into like 4 sprints, right? So if in case if any item is not being completed in the sprint 1, so it will be moved to the sprint 2.
Why it will not be completed in sprint 1?
I'm not sure. I'm just asking, like the whatever that was task that has been fixed will be surely completed. Like if it is not,
you have to complete it.
Okay.
And that's why we are talking about it. So do whatever it is. So see what exactly happened in sprint 1. We plan the things, what we are going to achieve, and what we do, we discuss how we are going to achieve, right? So, and you volunteer yourself. Okay, so I'm going to develop it, or developer will say I'm going to develop it. Tester will say I'll be testing it. And I'm product owner. I make sure that your estimation will also follow. It is just not that you are going to tell that I am going to complete it and you are not following any estimation. I'll be asking how long you will take, okay, in the sprint planning meeting. That's what I was talking about velocity and capacity, that I am going to share the, my recorded version to you. You need to go through that. Okay. So when you will give me your time and duration, I need to match with the sprint. Okay, every single sprint. If you have taken one task and if you are not able to do it, if you give me 15 minutes of time, or I'm Scrum Master, you are in every single daily stand-up meeting, if you are raising some flag that I am not able to do it because customer is not giving. So those all things, if something is dependent upon the customer, so we can definitely raise the flag. But if something is only dependent upon skill set, I'll make sure that how you gear it up, scale it up. That's completely product owner and Scrum Master, headache. And if we need to replace the resource, because ultimately it is all about fulfilling the commitment. Okay, I cannot take it that I am not matching with my schedule, because I have already committed. I need to deliver, and that's the reason every projection is there. Every every daily stand-up will be there, which will let me know all the status. Yes.
Progress. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm just going to say the same thing, that for that reason we are doing stand-up calls, right? For daily
Yeah.
status, and also at least the progress will be measured.
Yeah. So in the daily stand-up is not a status call, by the way, let me tell you. So it only gives you three clarity, that what you did, what you did not do, and any bottleneck you experienced or any problem. And then later, Scrum Master will facilitate the problem solution with the business analysts or developers. So generally it happens that we end up finding a daily stand-up as a status call. So Scrum Master or future Scrum Master, you need to be aware that these daily stand-ups should not be a status call. Okay. So all the problem solution will happen after the stand-up meeting. Okay. The ultimate idea for every Scrum ceremony is that meet the deadline. Yes.
Yeah, Gaurav, one more question.
Yeah.
So it means when one sprint end and it's accepted, but few things are not accepted, so those will move to the product backlog or the next sprint.
Okay. So what happens before sprint retrospective, we are giving sprint review.
Yes.
Okay. And we are not doing sprint review at the end date.
Yes.
Okay. So we will be involving customers, and we see that if something is not satisfied, this customer does not agree to accept it, we will make sure that we will rework on it and we will deliver it to it. Okay. And customer says, no, I know that it will take you more time. So you deliver now whatever you have. I will take these 3 items. Even you are giving me 4 items because you have bundled them, I'll be ready to accept, but I want you to accommodate this once again into the next sprint. Now the call is in between customer and product owner. Okay. And immediate we are going to accommodate this thing in the next sprint planning meeting, which is going to happen after the retrospective, and we'll rework on it.
Okay. And one more question. If just like, that we prioritize the things, we will do everything. But if really some problem and we can't complete the sprint, so then the sprint crash?
No, I didn't get that. Please come again. What did you say?
Yeah, like we started the sprint 1. We prioritize the things in the sprint 1 that we are going to do all these things. But if any problem arise in the middle of the sprint, maybe someone left the job, or maybe any risk is there, so we can't complete it. Then, so we stop that sprint?
No, why will we stop? See, show must go on. Okay. If someone someone dropped the project, some resource has gone back. Is it going to happen within a day?
No, not within a day. Yeah.
They have some notice period. They have
Yes.
some, sufficient time. Okay, they
So
have
we will
all the
continue working.
backup. So
Okay.
product owner has to have that sight, and that's the reason he is product owner. He has complete visibility on schedule, budget, and control everywhere. Okay, so that's when the project management skills come into the picture, so that project does not collapse, and still he has the driving force to finish the show from start to end. Okay, so it never happens. Okay, because otherwise your project management skill will be challenged if it happens. Okay,
Oh,
so it is
got it.
not going to happen. We
Oh.
always have a backup plan. So we work in a very systemized manner, and we are working in corporate. Customer
Yeah.
is everything for me. It is not that we are dealing with someone at the family member at home, that family member, but here stakes are involved. Okay, here prices are involved, here money is involved.
Yeah, there is a contract. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there is a contract. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So nothing is going to be on stage.
Yes, yes. Got it.
Thank you for asking the question. Let's move quickly and understand this. The team members determine how many of the product backlog items they forecast. They will be able to complete and determine how they will deliver those product backlog items. Now, even the how part is discussed over here. Okay, in the product backlog sprint planning meeting, and Scrum Master or coach. Okay, Agile coach is also called as, typically facilitate sprint planning in order to ensure that this discussion is effective and there is agreement to the sprint goal, and that the appropriate product backlog items are included in the sprint backlog. Okay, say for example, take some hypothetical example. One code has to be built. Okay, one person, all of a sudden he did not turn to office. Okay, day one in vain. Okay, day two he did not come to office. He is not reachable. Day two, I'm not going to sit idle. I'll accommodate someone else. Okay, or any backup resources, or ask some existing person to look at that module, and my trial to connect with that person will continue to happen. HR will be involved, everything will be involved. I have now backup plan. I can only bear one what you can say, one working day. And that's the reason for these things, when product owners give the final estimation to customers, what exactly happened? Buffer time is always considered. Okay, so buffer times are the time which are considered to have some such event or some such incident, some unplanned incident may occur, and that's the reason we have buffer given or added in the estimate. Is it clear to you, everyone? Hello.
Yes. Yeah, it's clear.
Yes. Yeah.
Thanks. So understand this, who all are involved. I think this slide is shown earlier, right? So Scrum team together, product owner,
Yes.
Scrum
Yeah.
master and development team.
We did it.
And then where does sprint planning take place? Yeah, this is very important. So a good location for sprint planning is the team room, so that you have the access to all the information about your product backlog, and you can reference and update any information radiators you may use. So say for example, if you have a whiteboard or Kanban board and it is movable, so it should be visible to in front of the entire team. If entire team sitting location changes, this board has to be moved along with. Okay, so or if the team is distributed, sprint planning represents a good opportunity to gather everyone together, so that your planning discussion can be more effective and to reinforce the person-to-person connection of the team. If team is sitting at one location, literally whiteboard is there, okay, where on which sticky notes are there. If team is distributed globally, we have sprint or Kanban board in digital form that you can find out on Trello, Zira, or DevOps, Azure, or any other tools. Is it clear to everyone how it is becomes represented? Any question till now over here? Sprint planning we have been discussing.
No.
No, we are
Awesome.
good. Thank you.
No.
I'm glad that everyone is good. And
Yes.
so when it
Yes.
takes place, this is very important. So sprint planning occurs on the very first day of new sprint. Okay, your new sprint is starting. On day one, we get into the meeting room, we complete the sprint planning and come out. So the event should occur after the sprint review and retrospective. So we have delivered the previous, milestone, and we are going to reprioritize all the new upcoming milestones. So this is just after the retrospective from the previous sprint, so that any output from those discussion in retrospective, we have lessons learned as well. Okay, so we did this mistakes in next sprint, we are not going to do that. So these lessons learned, which talks about these action item to uh, to take beforehand, we will include and we will talk about it in the sprint planning meeting, so that we will save on time or money or whatever things. So we will include those learning in the sprint planning meeting, so that any output from that discussion can be considered when planning for the new sprint. It does not have to occur immediately after those other two events. So as it's not like that your sprint review is done, sprint planning, sprint retrospective is done, and immediately you are going to call everyone for sprint planning meeting. Exactly, deployment gets processed. Okay, things go in the production means at the client location. Okay, client has tested it as a day, we have a good report now that everything is working fine, and our next day is starting. It doesn't mean that we are going to waste a day. Okay, so one sprint is over, delivery is done, and second sprint is about to start, and on very day one we get into the discussion and complete the sprint planning meeting. So you may find that it's best to have standing consistent time for sprint planning, so that your team can keep that time slot clear from other engagement. So time wise, when we are talking about, so it is always, consider that everyone has clear cut time slot, clarity and idea that how long it is going to take for only alone sprint planning meeting and who all are involved. So you have clear cut idea that sprint planning meeting, if we are going to do, we are working on the product backlog item. So scrum master is knowing what he has to do. Scrum master arranges, as I told you earlier, that scrum master is also known as what?
Servant master.
Later leader.
Servant leader.
Servant leader. That's brilliant, Priyanka. Awesome. Thank you so much. Remember, this is keyword very important. Servant leader, and he will make sure that he has included every single thing as a leader, and make sure that every single person who is in need of any resources, he is so much resourcefulness that he is arranging all those resources for every single member. So for sprint planning to take place, he has to make sure that video conference, screen share, and or polygon access or whatever information set up and shared, if markers are required or whiteboards are required, Zoom links are required, or meeting has to be published well in advance. Every single thing he is doing. Calendar he is matching with every single staff member, and he is making sure that all the artifacts is available for everyone, because you are going to give your estimates and all. So what all the methodology you are going to use to give estimate, is it planning poker or different, if whatever it is. So if it is a poker, so we will be discussing about what all those methods through which we estimate any single item or any requirement. So for that, if cards are necessary, we will put those cards, pens and pins and etc. Pins for creating the sticky notes and attaching them into the Kanban board initially at the to-do list. So these all arrangement has to be done by whom? Everyone?
Scrum Master.
Scrum Master.
Exactly,
Scrum Master.
Awesome. Yes. So now comes product owners. So he has to also make sure something. So he has to make sure that whatever the project is there, he has broken down into pieces, at least smaller chunks, at least medium chunk. Okay. So he make sure that backlog item candidates, it is also referred as candidates. Okay. So backlog item candidates or items are ready according to the team's definition or readiness. Okay, if a definition of ready exists from the team, so definition of ready is means this is a kind of a entry criteria. What is this called as? Definition of ready is also known as entry criteria. Entry criteria is for any requirement is defined generally in user story. Where it is defined? Generally in user story. How to define it? We are going to look at it when we will enter in the business analysis session mostly. Okay, so make sure the skills and capabilities of team members are known and are generally aligned with the needs of the backlog item and candidates for the sprint. So this is the beauty of this. Product owner is well aware of his team, that who is who works as what. Okay, and then update the team's definition of done, and who does that? That is the development team, your business analyst, your tester, developer, architect. Everyone has their own definition of done as needed, ready and updated during the meeting. It is going to happen, and make sure it is easy to reference during the meeting. Here in meeting, what happens? Every single member updates their definition of done, means what? Their objective. Okay. At the end, what this project or work item or feature does look like. Okay. Clear, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Development team is very much
Yes.
clear at the end what they are working on and how it will look like, and there they define their checklist, and those checklist means at the end what it should happen, that becomes the acceptance criteria. What they become?
Acceptance criteria.
Acceptance criteria.
And even this acceptance criteria is also written as a comment under the user story. Where they are written?
User
Under the
story.
user
Under the user story.
Exactly. You all are brilliant. You all are right. Thank you so much for sharing. So, yes, any question,
Oh,
please?
one question. Yes. Where is the business analyst here?
Okay, development team.
in
So,
development.
yeah.
Okay,
So
got
when
it.
I'm not sure whether you were the part of this. So
Yeah.
here, together, we all are called as Scrum team, where product owner
Yes.
is there, Scrum master is there,
Yeah.
and development team is there. In
Yeah.
the development team, we have architect, we have developer, we have a DevOps
Tester.
team, we have testers, we have business analyst as well. So
Got
this team is called as development team.
No, I just raised the question because I am like as a BA, I want to do the job. So I was just trying to figure out where I am.
Yes. So you are already part of business analyst team, development team. You need to
Okay.
cope up with very closely with Scrum Master, product owner, and rest of the team member. Okay. So you are always center of attraction. Okay. Everyone would love to come to you. So you will be gaining the most highest attention. Even Scrum Master may not get that much. Sometimes product owner is not able to get that much. Why your center of attraction? Because every team member needs you, even product owner needs you. Okay. So that's the reason you are the business analyst, and very crucial role. And but you fits in here, but still play a major role. Sometimes you replace product owner as well. Product owner is not there, he will give you the responsibility. Hey, I'm not there. If you can do this activity in my favor. Clear?
Yeah, got it.
Okay. Thank you so much for asking. So thanks for the clarity. Give me a second. All right. So because you were so much clear here, again, input is defined, that in sprint planning, what exactly happens. So product backlog item is prepared. We define its, capacity and velocity and complexity. We are aware that how much time, what it takes, and, everything is in the to-do list. And we are aware what all the limitation we have to achieve this. So limitation is well known, and we brainstorm that how to mitigate those constraints, and then what all should be picked, and how to start and end, and then begin. We decide in the sprint planning meeting itself, and we are well aware that what is the sprint backlog items. Okay, we will be talking about scope and what does it mean, what it does not mean, very, very soon. So we have touched the marks over here. So let's stop it. Okay, let's stop it. Okay, just a second. So, all right, everyone. Any question over here, by the way? Anyone, any question?
Not right now.
No, not right.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So generally, we don't get the PPT slides. Okay, so you need to be so much attentive to create notes and refer it through videos. Why? Because when you have this PDF, you are not going to refer it back, because there won't be any work. You will go in the complete comfort zone. And anyways, through Guru Schools, so we are not allowed to share as well, because there's Guru Schools properties as well. And we make sure that you continue to work. Okay, and when you are more involved, because the ultimate idea is that you go with the authentication, you go with the your heavy knowledge, because when you gather it, you need to have time to express, and that's the all idea behind the presenting the summary. Okay, because you appear that you can create such presentation. These are just mere references. Okay, so that's the
Add
reason.
here to your explanation. So basically, guys, giving PPTs or sharing PPTs is not our way of conduct. Basically, what happens, see, you get all these recordings, right? So while going through recording, you can actually jot down notes. I can understand, we can understand during the session, it's very difficult for you to listen, to write, to jot down. But then do rewatch the video, and you have everything uploaded on the YouTube. So you can always take the notes. And you must be knowing why we encourage you guys to take notes, because ultimately notes are your go-tos, your guide before the interviews and actually during your work time when you get placed. So please focus on that. Material is available on YouTube, but then we do not share as a practice, a separate PPTs. Huh? Please note. Thank you so much. Yeah, Gaurav.
Thank you so much. So we have today completed sprint planning more in detail, and we will get drilling it down further in the next coming day, that is on Tuesday 9:30. But before that, what you need to do is that summarize whatever you have learned. Okay, soon you are going to see that how your summaries will be rolling out over the YouTube as well, on Guru School's channel, where if you are also attending RRP session, you will find your what if your profile is finalized for some interview, you will be also approved. That if your this thing, what do you call, your resume is finalized and you feel that you are ready to go. So but what will be decided, how it will be decided by your summary videos as well. So this is what it is. So we have come to the end of the session. And because we have come to the end of the session, I see that Poonam is unmuted. So Poonam, one thing that comes in your mind, which you want to say after today's session. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
things are now lengthy for me. I didn't attend the last week's session because I was not well. But I watched the video and I tried to understand. And side by side, I'm doing my own research, and but still, I feel that I need more hard work. I need to
Okay.
understand it more thoroughly, and yeah, I really like whatever guys you are telling us. I really love all the slides you are preparing. And then that is giving to my mind that I have to search this thing. How is this? I'm trying to do my brain mapping on these topics, but let's see.
Yeah. So continue to do that, but never overwhelm yourself that I need to do, hard work. Okay,
Mhm.
do smart work, do easy work. Hard work
Yes.
is a mediocre way to approach to the success. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So you can do, even you can munch the things in very easy manner, and it is quite doable and
Yeah,
easy. Yeah,
that
start
smart.
believing in that way, and that's
Yeah,
how.
I'm trying to do that smart work through brain mapping. Like, I'm just trying to do that.
Yes, you would be able to do that. Thank you so much, Poonam, for sharing that.
Thank you.
And yeah, so Poonam, please call out someone's name on the screen you see.
Oh, I can't see now my screen. What happened? Oh, wow. Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, Poonam, we can hear you. Poonam, you there? You can hear us?
Hello? Hello?
Oh man, what happens? So am I audible to you? Back?
Yeah. Hello?
Yes, you
Okay.
are
Okay.
audible.
Yes, you are audible, Gaurav.
So somehow Poonam is not able to reach out. We will put Poonam on mute, and before we'll go back to Roli. So anyone over here who have recently attended RRP session, that is reference ready
Yes,
resume.
I
Priyanka,
attended the last one. I attended the
okay.
last one.
And
Yes.
how did you attend that?
I mean, I got the link from my HR and I found it really good. The N-Star was there, the last person
Yes.
from batch 9. So she was finalizing her resume. And so
Okay.
I really got to know how it needs to be done. And then I got
Super.
some tips also. So it was
Okay.
good, very
So
informative.
from
Yeah.
where you got it? From where you got it, the link?
My HR gave it, she posts in this BS Scrum group also, I
Okay.
think so.
She also posted in the BS Scrum group. But
Yeah. The link, the Google Meet link.
Okay. Okay. And you
Yeah.
are in touch with your HR continuously, and you got it, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Priyanka, for sharing. So, Roli, do you have your answer ready for getting the link for
Yes,
RRP session?
yes, I just now messaged my HR only.
Okay. Thank you,
Yeah.
Roli. So, Roli, because the last I'm talking to you, one thing which comes in your mind
For
after
today's session,
today's. Yes.
yeah, it was super informative. So many Scrum, Sprint, Agile, everything we learned in this session. So it's about Scrum ceremonies, their sprint planning, the sprint review, retrospective, how we have to do. So everything is covered. So it was very informative, and it was very good actually. And
Impressive. And you
and
are,
the way you people explain us is very different, and it's a
yeah.
examples that is given by you, always remembered for us. It's a
Yes.
day-to-day basis. Yeah.
Exactly.
So thank
We
you.
and Prerna make sure that you get the
Yes,
best.
both of
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
yeah, Roli, one person which comes in your mind on the screen.
Sheetal.
Sheetal. Yes, Sheetal. What do you feel like saying?
Yes, thank you, Rolly. Thank you, Gaurav. Thank you, Prerna. Yes, today's session was really good. It was more depth knowledge about Scrum planning and everything. And yes, I need to watch video again to gain more and more. And there were good question answers mainly.
Yeah,
So
awesome.
it was really
Yes.
good. Thank you.
Yes, agree with you. Yeah, Sheetal, one person comes in your mind on the street.
Ankit Patel.
Ankit, yes, sir. What do you feel
Yes.
like saying?
Well, this is actually my first session,
Yes.
so
Yes.
I definitely watched the videos before, and so it's obviously a much better experience being there live to see the videos because I just joined. It's very informative about the sprint sessions and all the planning that goes into that. Certainly, there's probably even more in-depth knowledge to go through with all of the planning, but this is a great start to understand the importance of essentially the whole Scrum framework, and then moving forward with that, I see that it's all very informative and well laid out.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ankit, for sharing, and welcome to Guru Schools. This is your first day, and still you are able to match up. We are happy for you, Ankit. Are you
Yes.
working right now, or in business, or anything else you are doing? In what background you are in?
I actually recently got out of work. It was a small business, so
Mhm.
yeah. So I actually have more free time for the first time in a while.
Awesome. And you have any large, small, or medium IT background?
No IT background. I have a business background, business and marketing, and
Awesome,
so that's
awesome.
been yeah.
Hmm.
I've been trying to
This is
pivot.
yeah, this is more suitable then for you. So welcome once again, Ankit. Happy to
Thank
have
you.
you. Yeah, Ankit, call
Thank
out someone's name on the screen. You see,
you. Go with Amiti.
Amity. Yes, Amity. What do you feel like saying, Amity?
Yeah, thank you, Ankit. Today's session was very informative. Things are getting more clearer. The differentiation between a Scrum Master or Agile or BA, I think we are able to see the difference quite clearly as we are going forward. So yes, looking forward for the next sessions, and I nominate Komal.
Komal. Yes, thank you so much, Amity. Yes, Komal. What do you feel like saying?
Hey, hi, thank you, Amity, and thank you, Prerna and Gaurav. Today's session was very informative and interesting. We go deep about sprint planning, where the sprint planning take place, everything we go, who is involved in sprint planning. So today's session is interesting, and I will go through recording and like learn more. Thank you.
Awesome, Komal. Thank you so much. Call out someone's name on the screen. You see,
Pratap.
Pratap. Yes, sir. What do you feel like saying?
Hey guys, like day by day, like I can say, like is getting able to catch the what we are here, why we are here. Like I can say, like in the day 1 and day 2, I'm in the version without a compass. Now I have a compass, and I need to, you know, learn how to use the compass using the directions. That's what I feel.
Great analogy, Pratap. Thank you for sharing this. Yes, call out someone's name on the screen. You see, please.
Radhika.
Radhika. Yes, Radhika. What do you feel like saying?
Yeah, hi. Yeah, I could the sprint, the ceremonies, all those what we discussed, I could relate to the work which I was working earlier. So that part I really understood well, and also the Scrum planning and the definition. It's very informative. Like yeah, learning more in the every session.
Awesome. Thank you. Learning more in every session. Call out someone's name on the screen. You see,
Raji.
Raji. Yes, Raji. What do you feel like saying?
Yeah, thank you, Radhika. Today's session make me so easy to understanding of Scrum process flow. So which we have pictured earlier. This session was really explained everything in detail. And not only that, I'm with Amity and Pratap. It was really good to having more and more sessions, and by going on every day, we're understanding a lot. Like we are getting know what we are in here.
True that. Thank you so much, Raji, for
Yeah.
sharing this.
Thank you for, yeah.
Follow
I
someone's
think
name.
Priyanka is the only one, I think so.
Not only Priyanka,
No,
but
I'm.
yes, go ahead with the Priyanka.
Okay, thank you, Raji. Yeah, I too agree that it was more deep knowledge today. You know, last time also we were shown these terms and then the workflow diagram, but today we got to know more into details. And that is what that was by, and also through easy examples. So that was really good. So yeah, definitely more informative session.
Yeah, thank you so much, Priyanka. Now call us one more name.
Yeah, Ishan.
Yes, Ishan. What do you feel like saying,
Yeah,
sir?
thank you, thank you, Priyanka. Thank you, Gaurav. Yeah, now I understood between the difference between the agile and the scrum master, how scrum planning is working with business analysts, and who are the attendants, and how they plan, like how daily meetings are happening in the business, and plan for the what happened yesterday and what the future planning is going on. So
Glad,
that
and in fact, this is also your day one with us.
yeah, day one.
Okay, awesome. Great to have you, Ishan, and I'm glad that you're
Thank
able
you.
to understand. Do you have any IT background, Ishan?
No IT background, but I'm working in a business planning or
Okay,
as a
awesome.
finance controller. In the finance is the most my
Amazing. Great to have you and welcome to Guru School, Sishan, for your day
Thank
one.
you.
And still we are able to match up. So glad about you. Please call out some name on the screen you see.
Aparna.
Yes, Aparna. Yes, Aparna. What do you feel like saying?
It's very interesting to go through the Scrum ceremonies, the Scrum planning and sprint planning once again.
Yes.
Need to read once again and again. It's interesting to read. No matter how many times we read, it's very interesting.
Yes.
Thank you, Prerna and Gaurav. Yeah.
Yes.
I think everybody's done today.
Yeah. Roli, are you done?
Yeah, she's done.
She's done. Okay. So then who is left? Call out the
Prerna.
name. Yes, Prerna. Your closing remarks,
Yeah.
please.
Thank you so much. It was really fabulous to listen to everybody's remarks. I am pretty sure you all are finally getting into the groove of these sessions. I completely understand these are new topics, new terminologies, new concepts. Though you have been following them, but the nomenclature and things are different. But I'm happy the way you're responding. So please do rewatch the videos. I'm pretty sure the more time you sit with them, you make your notes, you make videos. By the way, a fantastic job on making videos. I really love the way the small videos are there. I'm not able to on individual basis respond on that, but we don't think that we don't look at them. We totally appreciate your efforts, and I encourage everyone from this batch, because see, your work is an inspiration to everybody who is in the PS Scrum batch, and we have so many people in that group. So you are kind of shining on your own, and HR is taking a note of it, and we'll soon make a video from that as well. So thank you so much for your efforts, and keep learning and keep understanding more. And please reach out to us in case of any doubts. And all in all, a fabulous session. I totally enjoyed it. Over to you, Gaurav. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Prerna. Yes, everyone said is right. And Roli, just reconfirming with you, you are done sharing your takeaways, right?
Sorry, what?
You are done sharing your final words, right?
Yes, I have done.
And okay, thank you, Roli. And Poonam, you too, right? In case, just checking if I missed on anyone. Poonam, you there? Okay, we started with Poonam. Poonam was not connecting with the voice, but yes, thank you so much, everyone. Share back your takeaway and summary as well, and do the research work. We'll talk once again on Tuesday, 9:30 p.m. Yes, EST. And also attend the RRP session, get in touch with your HRs. And yeah, I have not watched your videos. I'm going to watch it next. So that is my next to do for you, your videos. Thank you so much, and we'll give
Thank you, Gaurav. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Good night.
welcome everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Good night. Take care.
Night.
Bye-bye.